Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. It's a way to say, but so to allow a moment of obviousness of what is, of what you really are, you have not to go anywhere. It's already here, you have not to go anywhere. You have not to go to the source, you have not to go prior to the prior or beyond to the beyond. You have not to try anything. So it will not be placed anywhere, because whenever a description is there, or whenever you give yourself a base that you don't question, it puts you already somewhere. But you have not to go anywhere. Just to allow, I insist, the obviousness of what you are anyway, always. So take it if it is crystal clear for you. And if it is not, just ask. Tell why. What's looking like on the way? Aye. But I will not speak anymore. It's too late. Anyway. So. Yeah, please. Looks good to me. Yeah, thank you.
So there is a point when you somehow know that this is it, what you were waiting for, and this is the point when you somehow realize that the tool what you use till now, the adoration, took you to the end. The question is the space between adoration and prior the adoration.
It was before the adoration. That's why it is always here. Adoration is in time. Adoration is in time.
And what to do with the person here who will still adore?
Let him adore if he likes. But this is the life. It will be his life, her life.
Because she also needs to do something. I have to calm.
Don't worry, the life brings you, as it gave you birth, it has its own purpose with you. So don't worry, life will continue as it's needed for each one. And it will express differently for everyone. I would say you can keep as you saw it. I just say now my version. I would not say that adoration brings you there. I would say that through adoration, it can happen that you have a free moment, as through anything else, towards the source of this creation, you see? So, because you see, it's what you are, that realization, let's speak like this today, but it's not the result of anything. You are it, you are it. You just put yourself so much in what you believe it's real, like the mind and the emotions and the mind, that it looks, it's not there. Because there is an object. There is an object too much. Not too much when you don't question anymore, but too much if you still search who you are. That's why I feel if one can understand that he has not to go anywhere, adoration, you see, you keep it if you like, because your life may be like that. But now I speak of the real thing. I forgot what I wanted to say before. Adoration puts you somewhere. That's what I say. Any description creates a somewhere. And that will look like an impediment to just be yourself. No, not like that. An impediment to that will make you still search. You have to go nowhere. If you go somewhere, it always adds a quality. And then somebody has to carry all this luggage of qualities. And so one is very busy to make the burden lighter and lighter, while at some point he will see, oh, but is there anybody at all carrying anything? It was pure imagination based on my experiences in the body, in the senses, the heart or in the head. But whatever I can describe. is a thought. It's a creation. It's what I am, but in a limited way because of its form. It's nice, suddenly. It's funny, it's just funny. In English, if I say don't put yourself anywhere, then immediately the mind says, okay, I'm nowhere. And nowhere is now here. it's great. It's written like this, not nowhere. Now here. That's right. You have some fun also? Or? Yeah.
Hello. This is more of a comment than a question. When I am that, it's such a relief because I don't have to do anything. I can give up searching. I can give up thinking that I'm right or wrong. I can give up thinking that I'm worthy or not. Just give up the whole struggle. And that's like a huge liberation.
That's why it's called liberation, huh?
Yeah.
Lucky you. From here, I will tell something my master said, and I'm very happy to have heard it. From here, don't make it a something. Did you hear me? So for the new ones, I want to say that I have nothing much to say. So if you want to hear something, ask me. And that's it. Now, of course, the silence, it's rare one gives himself a silent moment. So that's also given here. But know that it is still an experience and a state. Nothing wrong with that. Just don't make a concept of it. If I remember, when I was with my master, not in the beginning, of course, because I was very busy with questions and answers, but later when I had no more, apparently no more questions, I was fulfilled just to be near him, and yet I was still searching. This, I could not see that just to have been fulfilled in his presence was just that. I still was going in my mind. So it's really the mind which gives a search, a trouble, an achievement, all this kind of life. Only in the mind. So that may continue, but don't be hypnotized by it. That's the thing. Don't be enslaved, bound, hypnotized by whatever the mind presents. Because the mind is absolutely unable to present that, what you are. Yeah.
I think last time also you said that at some point you were landing on this concept of I am consciousness.
Yeah.
So what changed? How were you able to stop landing there?
No, I thought it was it, even though when I read prior to consciousness shook me. But when I was, when the shooking was gone, I went back to I am consciousness. So I was keeping quiet. As a person, I was keeping quiet. And I thought this is it. So it was by surprise that this could go. I was not expecting anything more. But this is a personal journey. Huh? For everybody, it's so different. If I was, now I can say it, but I was not aware of that at that time. I was going back to keeping quiet because the life was quite challenging. So I was going back, but I could do. But you see, going back somewhere. That's what I denounce today. Don't go anywhere. Yeah.
Something you've been sharing the past weeks that has been impactful for me is this idea that if we don't glue any concept to I,
If you
don't glue
Yeah.
any concept to I, how long can I remain?
Exactly. What do you want to know more?
It seems like it remains a long time.
And let's try it now. Try it now. I want to see. It looks like remaining only, I tell you, only if you add something to I. I'm born, for example, that you don't see always, but it's the background, maybe. Of course, I'm not mad. This body is born, sure. But who am I? You think that there is another question to ask?
Say again? Do I
Do you
think?
think that another question would arise that you would ask? Why don't you see what you saw as now I keep quiet? Not as a someone. I keep quiet where I am left.
I think there's still an expectation that there will be some understanding that, oh, this is eternal. I'm eternal,
No,
or I
that
am free.
understanding after.
Hmm.
Before it's fake. What can you understand about eternity when it is the mind who understands?
Hmm.
Don't rely on the mind to be free. You see, to say it's eternal, it's also a conclusion of the mind, because if you don't go in your mind, you just are, and then you may say those things, but it will never be a good description. Even eternity is just to oppose what you believed before of temporality and so on. I would not trust my mind. These are ways to teach, you see, to remove what looks like unquestionable concepts. Then you give other concepts, the opposites. But at some point you have to just leave aside all this game going on in the mind. Hmm? It will not be a result of the mind. You know that in India the Pandits means the learned person in the scriptures, scriptures of what is. They express in the best way what is. Do you know that? Most of them, that is their hindrance to understand perfectly. Don't rely on your mind. Those steps may be necessary for a few, whatever steps are there. It's very personal in the personal journey of someone. Liberation is when you just quit the so-called tyranny of the mind. You quit. it will tyrannize you still in life, maybe. But you know it's life. In the mind. No more confusion.
The mental concepts aren't important to me anymore. There's no sense of like an understanding that's a thought that's mental.
Okay.
But the manifestation of the mind as a state or a feeling or, a deep peace or that still very much feels like it comes and goes and brings a sense of being closer to or farther away from based on the state.
Sure. If you're at peace, surely you are nearer the source of I and all that. But all this happens in the realm of I am born. This is in your life. So actually you are not nearer or not. What you are includes all this play, all this creation. So don't play with that. Those states even of peace, let's say deep peace, where you don't even search anymore. If it goes and comes and goes, it means it's a state. You are not nearer yourself because you are already yourself before having that state. But that will not be gripped by somebody. That's sure. What is gripped by somebody is peace or love or bliss or whatever other experiences. Of course, the life generally is spent this way into states, but when the states appear like deep peace, for example, when you realize yourself, you enjoy as you experience other things, but you enjoy fully, but you are not fooled anymore. It's a state of your mind. You know it's precious in this life. There is enough other states which are troublesome, so it's precious, but you don't confuse yourself with that. This is the big liberation. Huh? I myself, I will tell you why I give satsang. Not mentioning that I love to speak if you need or if you ask from me, but for myself. Because in the life, the life doesn't offer me like this a peaceful moment. I have to steal them too. And satsang is one of those beautiful moments where I am peaceful. But I don't need any state, let it be peace, to be. It will not make me search when my peace is gone. Because I know they are states. They are creation of that itself in the life. So that split second of realization of what I try to express is enough to remove the confusion. And to allow that, you have to be radically, for a split second, consciously or not. If you are a seeker, you are a seeker, so it will come to you anyway. But it will be a radical split second of something you don't understand ever, but the result is that you don't search anymore. what was looking the most essential is accomplished, even though the life may not be the image of it, but who cares then? It's like this. The essential is done, even if it doesn't affect your life, apparently. You know, I don't know if I am clear, understandable. Do I?
Yes, it's very understandable, but it doesn't help.
I knew I was quite useless. It doesn't help. Yeah. Maybe you don't need help. After all, you are what I am trying to tell. What help do you need? You don't need me to realize that what you are. Mm. Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Something very deeply receives what you share,
Mm.
but it's not about the understanding of it.
Okay, but then don't care about the understanding now. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Care more for what you try to express. Mm? Okay. That's the deal. Oops.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
Sorry, it's my first time.
Yeah, no.
Satsang with you. How to verify?
How to?
Bit louder. How do I verify?
Mm.
How do I verify that I'm through, that I'm free?
When nobody's there to verify.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just emptiness, but it's alive. I feel as though there's part of my mind that's trying to make concepts out of it.
Sure.
And I'm just kind of observing.
Don't observe.
Just
Enough
let it
of
run.
observing.
Yeah.
Let them rise and go. You
Yeah.
don't need to be an observer. You just honor from where all this can happen, appear and disappear. Who cares how it appears or disappears? Who are you? Ah. There it doesn't need anybody to confirm or to verify. Surely not. Otherwise it becomes an enlightenment of somebody. A catastrophe.
Thank you.
Please. Yeah.
Hi, Ganga. I just, it cannot be understand. This is very, very new for me. We are just, it's just very new for me that it cannot be understand.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah. So you let it go to try.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. What?
Nothing.
And know that wherever there is a something, it's your mind.
Yeah, okay.
That's all. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
So, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Once you understand that you are the witness and not the body mind,
Mm-hmm.
is that all?
You see, the witness is asking that. So don't be a witness even.
For me, once I have taken that premise, now
Taking what?
that premise of not being the body mind, not identifying
Okay.
with the body mind,
Okay.
it's easier to shed the ego, let the ego go.
Mm-hmm. Ego go. Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything else from that?
But who is asking the question? The ego go? If you don't consider that one, where are you? Why do you ask the question? Why do you think that the question who needs an answer would help you? It will help you to remain a witness.
I thought it was going to help me not to see that that's all and I don't need to look for anything else.
Surely not. If you looked for anything else, it will be something in the movie, in your personal life, It will be nothing regarding who you are. You see, I find that you create a seeker who has seen that, okay, I'm not even a seeker in reality, but you went back to the seeker, and so it becomes like you had a glimpse of what you are. It's not like it's a fact just now. It's a remembrance what you expressed to me. Or you may have moments like this still. Not to be anything. But you see, when you ask, you have to be clear that I rises, asking some confirmation, some affirmation. So why have you not seen that any thought, let it be this I thought, in this form, is part of the creation? It's not what I am. It's not what I saw. I'm not the body and not this mind. Where are you left now? You've not to think. And when you think, because it comes back, it is attached to all this mechanism that we see, you know once for all, my personal life is shown. But I have seen what's the background of it, what I am in reality, which is I'm not the body, I am not this mind. So who is there? Who is there to need an affirmation? Tell me what is going on.
No, I think because, okay, for me, my experience has been that once I even intellectually understood the metaphor of the screen and the film, the seeking, it is not that it fully stopped, but it decreased big time.
Yeah, but it's not enough, isn't it? That's why you ask this question.
Yeah.
So the seeking, even when it is a shade of a seeking, means the I thought I am born is still there. It has not been questioned. But now it's a very good time to ask, who am I? Who is this I who needs an affirmation, or who has a search which diminishes a lot, and who am I?
Because the seeking kept going, because I still felt, I didn't feel anything different. I was just...
Of course, in the life, your life will be the same as
Yeah.
you see your life.
So I felt it was just, now it was easier to disentangle from ego. And I guess the more than in my life situations presents those beliefs that I had, it's easier to let them go.
Yeah, okay.
But there's nothing more to it.
Yes, right.
What
For me
is,
too.
no, there is nothing more, or there it is.
No,
And
not
that's
necessarily.
It. So now once you go with that understanding or realization, it's going to be, I guess, with time easier to drop the ego and to live a life which is going to be less...
You forget about those images. It will be much peaceful.
Yeah, but that's all.
That's all, my dear. Yes.
Yeah, so, okay. Yeah. That was my question, yeah.
That's all. Take it.
Yeah, I guess I've been seeking, and I don't know if after this I'm gonna still be seeking, right? But because I guess these ideas that I had that it was gonna be something. But
Of
this,
course, we all have those ideas. They are golden carrots, I call them, to make you come. Come on, come on. There is a golden carrot. But once you are in the golden carrot or you have it, you bite it, you see, oh, there is nothing there. So, will you ask that somewhere else?
I think I'm done. Maybe I don't
You are
know.
done.
I don't
If
know.
you say maybe, you will.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I will see. We'll see.
Yeah, but that is the seed of, again, asking and having a different answer and so on and so on. So you will never stop to search.
Yeah. Well, let's see if I. Yeah, I think. I don't know.
Don't think.
Yeah. If I'm not done, I'm almost done. Now it seems like enough. It feels like enough right now.
Off.
If there is nothing more to that.
Ego, as you call it, it's not in my language, but I don't mind to say. Where is it? Only in the world of appearance. Isn't it? So, the world of appearance will not change necessarily. So, the ego will reappear. And then what? It's in the movie. You saw, I am the background, and that is not personal. That's it.
But the pain from past held beliefs will arise when something triggers them in the future.
You will be triggered. This life is only triggering. What else? I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah.
That you will be no more, you will be a witness of triggering and then you are still quiet and no. Okay? Unless it can happen if you are a yogi and if you take this kind of path, and we never know the qualities of each one when he is born. But if let's say you are not inclined to be a saint, your life will appear with ego, no ego, and all that, and then what? It is in the movie.
But those triggers will decrease, right?
Will bite. It will bite.
Again?
Bite.
Bite?
Oh.
But as I understand, those triggers comes many times from
A story.
Yeah. So once you are able to drop that story,
Who is dropping that story?
Huh?
The one who dropped the story is no more there.
Yeah. So it's
And when it appears, it is in the movie, which
Yeah.
is exactly the same,
Yeah.
or with changes. That's not in nobody's hand.
So it's harder to entangle with those things. You would not entangle with those.
Of course you do. How can you have you are bitten by, I don't know, you are bitten by your wife. What happens? You are hurt. You are hurt.
Are you?
Now, If you don't have an idea, I should not feel, or I do feel, or it's unjust, or no, I am beyond. If you don't have those ideas, it goes also. It's in the movie. The movie, what is a movie? It's triggering. These happenings, up, down, appearing, disappearing, good, bad, everything, suffering, pleasures, everything appears the same. And the actor in the movie, if he's a good actor, he's not a bad fake actor. He will suffer, he will be beaten, he will enjoy to the max. It remains like that. What is this spiritual idea? You took it. If you want to be free, just drop it. Just drop it. As you wish. It's my advice.
Okay. Okay. So where I'm going to, I don't know if it was that. Like in my experience, the fights that I will have with family members. In the past, I would get into a fight with them and fight and suffer so much.
Yeah.
And once you go from that understanding of you are not the body mind, then it's you
My
get into
dear,
the fight. You don't fight with them.
My dear, it's true that you can have changes in your movie,
Yeah.
but don't think that it will be 100%.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But then it means what? We speak of degrees now here
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
So don't expect anything. The movie will appear as it has to appear with you. It's true. The anxiety of before may leave you, and suddenly it comes back for once. But then what? What does it mean? You would have a doubt because it came back once? No, because you know who you are. You know it's in the movie. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I want to
Yeah, I get
to
it.
indicate. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
The dropping of the searching.
Yeah.
Is a decision or is something that just happened, like grace?
You have to want it. Sometimes it happens when you don't want it, but then you wonder what happened to you, and you are still searching for years to understand what happened to you. So you have to want it. I want to be free. I want to know myself. Or you say, I want consciousness. Anyway, you will put some concept on what you need profoundly or you want profoundly. And those concepts will go on changing because you will understand that you can never achieve a concept. What the real achievement is just to be freed to try to achieve a concept. So in that way, you are free to search, and the life flows as it has to flow for you, as it has to flow for him differently.
I can see that what keep the urge of searching in me is like maybe the belief that as that space that I am don't kind of come and go, or I don't be concept like cook yet or realize that or establish in that. And when I see light people or awakened people, I say, okay, there are, even if I know it or feel it really inside or even experience, it's not something that that is really established. So that kind of...
That's your projection, you know, on those. What you are, you can say. You don't need to be established. What you are it. Now, the mind may doubt. Suddenly say, oh, I'm not established. But you see, if the mind doubts, anyway, it will not be in the realm of the mind. Because it thinks it's something he can achieve, because he searched. But all this was in the mind.
Yeah, the feeling is like I can be more, you know?
More what?
Yeah.
More what? Where is you the degrees? So there is a me too much?
Yeah.
Or
more I, more that piece.
No, but who wants that or who believes that? It's I, the I see. So he's on the way. It's too much. Because the I, if he rises, he will speak like this. And if you believe him, you search. And then you may have accomplished something. But it's all in the realm of this creation, of its manifestation. What you realize is what is when it doesn't manifest itself. And in the manifestation, it's different for everybody. So there is no question of more or less in the real nature of things. No, it doesn't mean anything. It means only for I am born.
And for example, I now appear one sentence that I think that Papaji say, that someone asked, until when are you going to be vigilant?
Up to the last breath.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was me.
What does it mean? I can tell different explanation every day. But to me, it's very wise that advice is very wise. It is not rationally understandable, but it's very wise, and it is not like you have to. When you fall in love with something so precious for yourself, when you know, oh, here is the real thing, here I am, you see. And when I am not here, but I have to speak like this, you will naturally leave space. In a natural way, you will leave space to that in your life. In your life. So in the life, Papaji says, up to the last breath, never forget how lucky you have been, how lucky you are. Don't ask me why, because what you are is there, that you die or not. But in the life of somebody, let it be someone who doesn't search anymore, you cannot underestimate. You cannot underestimate even if it is so-called, but the power of the mind. Because you know who you are is not attained by somebody. It's not an attainment. Today that's what I say. And that's why probably other masters spoke of abidance. They meant, don't forget to abide, to give a moment of abidance, even if it's always there. let's keep it not understandable, and still we know it's wise. Okay? Okay. For me too.
In my kind of experience, that witnessing or vigilance come for itself.
By itself, yeah.
Yeah, by itself.
Yeah.
And then go, and then come, and then go, come. Like
yeah, but that come and go
is watch.
No, that you express comes and goes. It's because in your life you see there is a cut. Let's say like that. You stole a moment to yourself, and then the rest comes. So it looks like coming and going. It looks in time like coming and going. In fact, it's an illusion. That is always here. The time is provoked by it.
The I want to realize.
I know, but then you will be somebody trying to realize. Yeah. So avoid that. It is a terrible trap.
So it's just trusting that if I had to realize, I will going to realize.
But you realized. What else do you want to realize? If you don't go in your mind.
It's just not touch. Not touch anything. All the time.
It is there all the time. It is just, if you are busy in your mind, it looks like veiled, but it looks like it's not true. You know, it's somebody who speaks, it looks like, or it is veiled, or it looks like. It's somebody in the movie which speaks like this. But what you know, that it's always here, there is nobody here. And that's always here. Well. Happily, those sentences are not in a book, because they would not. That's why I'm not in a book. It's not possible to understand. And yet you did. So I go back in my mind now.
Practical doubt.
No, you totally go back to your mind now to speak to me. Yes, I hear.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that this kind of doubt, that if it's still in the plane, I feel like
in the
plane, in the life, daily
life.
Because I kind of don't have something clear to do in this life, you know?
Yeah, don't worry. You have been born, it must be for something. Don't worry. You're very young.
Yeah.
It will come. Don't worry. Yeah.
My answer of that was, okay, I come here to get it, you know, to realize it.
Yeah, and so it's done. So you ask now, what's next with my life?
No. Well, yeah. Anything that I ask can come from the mind.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wonderful. And even if you see the mind rises, even you can go in it, or unwillingly, you will surely go with it too. But suddenly that itself, what is, wakes you up. Nothing happened. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
When I'm going to the overthinking, I feel I always like try to be quiet, and I remember myself to be quiet.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm doing well. So,
Yeah.
but after being well, and when I go down, I feel like I run away from, like I judge myself, or I go to this thinking of, I run away from my thinking and being quiet, and this why it's coming back, and this why it's coming back again, and like
This is,
I feel I'm in a loop.
yeah, but this is exactly the description of the life of this creation, it's dual. So
Okay.
wherever you go, it will not last.
Okay.
You will go to the you do that, and then it goes there, and then it goes there, like that, you see, with degrees, okay, whatever. But the life is like this. So if you
It's a bit
understand,
boring.
it's also a state, an experience. But you see, this is what one can see, what one can live. It is a movie,
Yeah.
huh? Since we have this image today of the screen and the movie. Who you are is the screen, but there you are not.
Yeah.
But if you appear, you will be in this. What to do? What to do? It will not be boring if you don't try to change the course of this.
Yeah. Thank you, Ganga.
Yeah. You see, it means you found a refuge in your life, a refuge in you, which is gives you peace because it's not distracted by all this world, so it's more intimate. So that's your refuge, but still it is the refuge of you. I know my refuge, and it's a big help for the life. But it's not having seen who I am in fact, which is okay. It's okay, but I have to tell you where you place yourself.
Like when I see it on this way, of it's a movie, and I can be quiet and I can deal with it,
Yeah.
and everything is okay.
Mm-hmm.
On the same time, it's a bit scary for me to don't be to be like selfish, to be just I'm deciding it's good and I'm feeling it's good, but maybe the people surrounding me or something who I'm doing it, it's not good for someone else. So I feel like
But that's the drama of the life, of the duality.
Okay.
Complain to the higher one.
Yeah.
But he has no ears, he will never hear. It's because that's why one searches, you see. Because he sees, oh, I'm in a vicious circle. This life that I know is a vicious circle. That's how that search, but is there anything else or anything more or what? And then the voice of the wise men come here because they speak of something else. And what do they speak? That's one has to understand or not, but they indicate surely you go too far. That's why when you go too far, then you are in the vicious circle. If you are just, and don't try to be there itself, just keep so quiet where you already are, where you don't go anywhere, there is no I to go anywhere. What a blessing, because then you know that is, you see. And on that, okay, I have my refuge and not, and so on. And till we die. But you see, really I have to insist, it doesn't change anything in one's life, and yet it does change everything. Because not to have a search or not to depend on a belief, it's called liberation. It's big. But life looks the same, sure. So one cannot describe well. What's the time? It's time. So see you on Friday. Thank you very much.